What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Videohomicide, back with another video nasty. This one, not particularly super nasty compared to the one that I watched this morning, but it had its moments, and we're talking about 1981's Bloody Moon, directed by Jess Franco. Now, I thought this film was Italian. I think Jess Franco is a Spanish guy, but for years I thought, yeah, he's a Spanish dude. So, it's a Spanish/German production, and it's basically the story of this kid who kills a girl by stabbing the shit out of her with fucking scissors while wearing a Mickey Mouse mask. He gets locked up for like 5 years, and then he gets released, which is unheard of, He's got like this big fucking melted gash of skin on his face. He just looks like a psychopath, but he gets released. He goes with his sister to like their aunt's big mansion, like big vineyard, where they have this newly opened school where you can learn a different language, and there's all these there's a discotheque, there's a fucking all these bungalows and barns and stuff. And one of these barns or bungalows is where the main like the guy with the fucked up face killed the girl with the scissors years previously. So now he's back. He's stalking around. It's his character. I don't know why, but reminded me of the kid from The Burning, the one that was Ratner from Fast Times. That's the vibe I got from that guy. But basically, it's sort of like a giallo. You know what I mean? It's giallo-ish, and it has it's cool fucking black gloved, shiny knife shit happening. The stuff that you want to see in this type of film. But for the most part, it was just kind of like shit I did not give a fuck about. I'm sorry. I know people love Jess Franco. I know Danny B loves his Jess Franco. This one might not be like one of the better ones, you know what I mean? But it is a video nasty. And I did write down a few notes of scenes that stood out to me, stuff I really wanted to kind of talk about. So there's a scene where this woman gets stabbed through the back and the tip of the knife comes out of her fucking nipple, which I thought was hilarious. Then she lays on the bed and you see like the fucking knife sticking out. And then of course, the girl that witnesses the murders, she's going around saying, oh, this girl was murdered, and everyone's just like, settle down, you know what I mean? Like, even like the one teacher guy who's just sort of like a fucking, people are trying to talk to her or whatever, and they're just like, leave her alone, go away from her, like that type of shit. I just was like, what the fuck, no one believes this girl? Like, I don't know. Another really cool moment, there was a body hanging in a closet. The girl that got the knife through the tit, she's in a closet, and she's got like the clothes hanger through her mouth, and like all this like crazy shit. It looks really cool. Like, when this movie has its moments, they're fucking awesome, okay? But there's a lot of kind of downtime, I would call it. Another really good scene where a head gets cut off by a saw, like a huge saw. And it's crazy because like like in like these Italian films or Spanish films, whatever, they always have all these like old ruins of like buildings from the past, but they always have like some kind of modern implement. Like, this old ruined building has these giant fucking saws that just go to work on this girl. This girl that I'm talking about that gets killed with the saw, she's a total whore, and she just meets some guy driving down the street and promises him all this sex and stuff. And she was caught earlier in the film pretending to have sex with somebody, but she was just making all the noise, and she gets caught for it and all this stuff. And the person she was supposedly having sex with was a guy named Ralph. I can't help but think it was Filthy Ralph, but she gets her head cut off. It looks really good. That head shows up later on in the film. There's a kid that tries to help that girl from getting her head cut off, and he like goes up and turns the switch, and then the killer just goes up, like basically just like pushes him to the side and turns it back on. And then after the murder, he fucking creams the kid with his car, which is hilarious because you don't really see a lot of kids getting gnarled on in films. But I did watch Faces of Death today, and there's a few dead kids in that film, so I'll be making that video after this one. Let's see here. There's a scene where this girl gets killed with these, it's almost like a device you would use for picking up like a hot piece of iron. I don't know what you call that, but I think it's called an iron collar. That's what it said on Wikipedia, but Wikipedia's fucked. So, really, yeah, the head in the bed, all the bodies are out throughout the house. It's sort of got a, just like this fucking madness at the end with all the bodies. And really good scene where a knife goes through a neck of, our fucked up face kid, who ends up not being the killer, but he is a killer from previous killings in the film. So, I don't know, Bloody Moon, it was alright. I mean, I'll probably never watch it again. I'm not, fucking counting down the time before I'm gonna toss it in. But you know, I'm glad I seen it. Why is it a video nasty? Well, probably because a kid gets fucking gnarled or creamed by a car. I don't know. I keep asking myself all these questions. What makes this a video nasty? But then you got to realize a lot of crazy shit happens right in the beginning of these fucking movies, and the censors or whatever, they watch the first couple minutes, they see something crazy, and they go, oh no, we got to ban this, ban all these fucking nasty videos or video nasties. So I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure you leave a 666 in the comments, and we are going to continue this marathon of video nasties all throughout the month of October. And yeah, adios.